You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. His first throw is an interception. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to him again. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10 now. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. They get 22 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Oh, you know what, Kate? That defense right there, they thought they had a huge play until they saw that ball bouncing out of bounds. One bounce in just the other direction. They're off the field. Instead, well, they're on the field. They got to shake it off, though, and keep this offense from the end zone.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 31. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 3rd down.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Raiders get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
On first down, they'll run. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. It's caught, Ferguson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down, ball at the 36. Dropping back to throw. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send a man in motion. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Running this one left. Moving on into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
First down from the red zone. This one's caught. Touchdown, Vegas. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now.
Let's go.
They motion the slot man right. Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Putting a receiver in motion. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw now. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Saints with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing with a blitz on the way. On the move, headed right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They kick the running back in motion. Jump off caught by his back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Back to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints making a one-score game before halftime. They'll set up here for the point after. And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits his running back. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for Raiders first.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Still going past the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. Offense up to the line fast. They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught near the goal line. And in, touchdown, Las Vegas. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders lead by 15 now. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Taken in by Smith. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Here he is on 3rd and long. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So here comes the kicking unit. I cannot believe they're going to try for this one. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's no good. Well, credit for believing in your guy, I suppose, but just too much kick for him to handle. And this stays a 15-point game.
Well, we're still waiting to see the first 70-yard field goal in NFL history after that kick. And I tend to think we're still going to be watching for years to come because these kickers, as good as they are, have still not been able to hit that range.
They're set up at the 35 now. They're going play action. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. And my hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. Escapes out to the left. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. McCole Hardman now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The give here on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So as they face 4th down, on comes Corey Bajorquez to kick. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Raiders get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Raiders grow the lead now to 22 points. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
From midfield now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
2nd and 10 now. Short pass brought in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He has the 1st over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Second and 6 coming up here. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Raiders first. Handoff now from the gun. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That's caught for the first. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They'll try and throw it here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Shaheed now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now they send their back in motion right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Running it now out of the gun. And he's tackled for a short gain. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Saints grab it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Throwing now, off play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
They are throwing it again. He's got Shaheed. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
He'll throw it yet again. And they pick him off again. Raiders take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe a Raider covered that one, so they'll luckily hang on to possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down a distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Raiders make one of their best